I was born when my mom was 31, and when I was 2, she started noticing some changes and went to the doctor and found out that she had cervical cancer. And so she did a procedure and thought it was good. And then when I was about three and a half, she found out the cancer came back and it was more invasive, and ended up living till I was 4.5. And so, I have some memories of good times together, but they're few. My dad, he was not exactly the hands-on dad. I always felt adored and loved by my dad, but he was not the motherly type at all. I mean, at all. And my dad would make decisions that were just always interesting. When I was about 13, I actually was able to label that he was bipolar. And he would slip into just periods of psychosis, which you lose the person. I mean, they're still there physically, but you lose them. And so at 13, that looked a little bit like, here we are on our own. Our home deteriorated. We often didn't have food. We never had air conditioning, often wouldn't have heat. Most people probably wouldn't allow their pets to live in the living situation that we were in. And eventually we came home to a lock on our door. The bank had foreclosed on the house, and we were, for all intents and purposes, homeless. There were always people in my life, mostly friends, moms. I don't know if they recognized something, but I was often at their house, spending the night there. Women who would just, it was even for brief periods of time, just come in and just care for me a little bit and show me just a little window of maybe what it might be like and how to care for myself. Probably one of the most unexpected things is that I met my husband early. I met him when I was 17, and we got married. I was 19, and I would say that I was a young girl. I didn't really know exactly what God had planned, but I knew I was on God's plan. I was trusting him, and just in hindsight, I can say that God has used my husband and our marriage to just show me exactly how much he loves me and how he is intimate with how he takes care of me and us, our family. I could be living out of brokenness. I could be living out of fear, but that God has redeemed all of those things in me, because those are the realities of who I am, and I don't have to live out of that anymore. I still have fears. I still have, anxieties, and I'm sure part of that has to do with my past. God has redeemed me for great things, and I believe that, and I trust him with my deepest emotions. A redeemed life just means living with a hope and living with just a sense of eternity, that I get to be with him and that he just loves me.